Hello and welcome to the Sweet Connection. I'm your host Catters. With me today is my co-host. It's Kyle McCarthy. Kyle, how are you doing?
Yeah, good. You?
I'm very good.
Good.
I like the fact that I always have a water ready for you when you get in now.
Yeah,
I
know.
It's like I'm your wife in like the 1950s.
Yeah, I did.
you
I
asked
come
for
home
a
from the
water-
pub and there's dinner on the table.
Because you asked for like a water on like the first episode. And I was like, you know what? I'll just get Kyle a water all ready for him. He sits down, he's got his water, he's got his dinner in front of him. He's got his steak and eggs.
It's like
That's the sort of shit you used to eat in the 50s.
it's like a classic wife. Like the man goes to the pub and the wife picks him up and has dinner on the table. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, I don't agree with that. You know what I mean?
Why
Except
not?
from if you do it for me, then I'm totally game.
It's not sexist if we're both men.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how it works. So Carl, on last week's episode, you were saying how you might not stay on your football team.
Right.
But since that was broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
I use the term broadcast very loosely, since our rants were uploaded onto the internet,
Mm-hmm.
you have decided to commit fully, didn't you?
Yeah, I've signed on.
Signed on.
I've signed on.
Was there like a big ceremony where like you had to like hold up the shirt like they do for pros?
Yeah, well, you know,
Just says McCarthy
I
on
went.
the
I went
back.
to the stadium.
McCarthy 69.
There's a presentation at the ground, and 50,000 people turned up just to see me do some kiki uppies, and then
And so you sign like a fake contract,
yeah,
like
And
a big
then-
charity check,
yeah,
like a big one.
and then I got the shirt out, and then had McCarthy on the back, and everyone's really buzzing for me to be there.
Okay, I'm not sure that happened, did it, Carl?
No, it didn't.
It
no.
didn't
I
happen.
in fact, I didn't even play our first league game.
Did you message someone on Facebook and say, yes, I'll play?
Yeah. Well, in fact, I didn't actually play our
You didn't
first
play?
league game. No,
Did you? Why not?
because the paperwork didn't go through in time.
The paper.
That's actually the valid reason, because you can't sign on for the league. You can't play if you're not like.
I suppose
Registered.
you have to sort of tell them like your address and stuff. And
Yeah, well, I done all that in the middle of the week, and it hadn't been processed yet, so they left it right to the last minute. They printed out the team sheets at 9 o'clock, and I got a text from them at 9 o'clock, despite I was already on my way to the game.
oh
I
right,
drove-
so you didn't actually realise.
Yeah, so I got there, and
And
they were like,
oh, by the way,
"Oh,
psych.
by the way, you're all actually playing because you haven't actually been signed. You haven't been registered yet."
Okay.
So I was like,
Were you a bit annoyed?
no, because if I hadn't left so early, because I left really early to literally warm up,
Right.
but I left.
Even though you're in goal, so you're not really doing that much physical exercise.
No,
are you?
but my legs
Yeah.
are like, you should see my legs, Kaz.
I don't want to see your legs.
They got cuts and bruises all over them. Literally.
What? What from?
Well, I don't actually really. Okay, so obviously because it's the summer, it's the height of the summer. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's
And
not. It's autumn.
Well,
What are you talking about?
well, the
Who is
ground,
this person?
On my last game I played, well, the first two games I played actually,
Oh,
the
okay,
ground was
so-
rock solid.
So it's from football. Okay.
Yeah. The ground.
I was really
rock solid.
wondering where you would cut your legs from.
Oh no, yeah, it was all from football.
Okay.
And okay, so on the first game I hurt my butt pretty bad. Well, my upper leg, like round about here, just on the cheek, just below the cheek,
Just on the cheek.
on my right cheek, and I hurt it, and I was like, that really really hurts, and I can't see like any
Was it
bruises.
hurt just from like a dive?
Yeah, because obviously like landing on the floor and it's rock solid,
Yeah.
it like kills. And then anyway, so then the following game I'd done it again, but I realised pretty quickly that it really hurt. Like it was the same position,
Okay.
and it still nothing was showing there. I was getting a bit like concerned. I was like, it feels
Might have
like
to cut
it
my
feels
career
like,
off early.
It feels like it feels like there's massive pain there. I actually couldn't sit down.
I
It
could
was
have
like,
gone pro if it wasn't for my right butt cheek.
yeah, I actually really couldn't sit down. It really hurt. And then like I was having a shower in the middle of this week. I was having a shower, and and I was looked down to my leg, and despite it had been nothing there before, this like humongous bruise appeared. It was like huge, and I was just like, holy shit.
If
And,
we get a page on Facebook, we will upload a picture of your bruise.
well, it's faded slightly, but it's still fucking massive. So, but it must have been like super deep, the original bruise, because obviously it had taken like 2 weeks for it to show.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah, it's pretty mad.
What was the score on the match that happened on Saturday?
On Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Well, they won. We won. Cause,
We won, even though you're not technically part of the team yet, but okay.
yeah, well, and they won 5-3.
Okay, who was in goal then?
Some geezer I never met before who they have used before when the keeper doesn't turn up. He's their backup guy.
Right.
Because the manager guy, he works in Tesco.
So if you played, he wouldn't play?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's
just there.
He just turns up every week, just in case.
No. So
okay.
Normally you would give the guys notice that you're not going to turn up.
Right.
And then they'll draft this guy in.
Fair enough. I'll draft him in.
And they knew that I might not be signed in on time, so he would have been there.
Okay. Now, was he better than you?
No, but he conceded from a goal from the kickoff.
From the kickoff?
Yeah, because
first kick of the game, or just?
Yeah, because obviously now on a kickoff you don't have two men to kick it off. You just have one who passes it backwards, or they can shoot pretty much.
Yeah.
And this guy a shot and he scored.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and this guy's he's taller than Reese, the guy who's in goal.
Okay,
and
but
he got lobbed.
Is he taller than me though?
Well, he's bigger than 4', so yes.
So he's very tall. So he's like what, 6'6"?
He must be about 6'6", 6'7". He's also got a massive head.
And it went over this giant head, did it?
Yeah, it was just, and he was just standing too far off his line, and this
Would
guy.
you have saved it?
Well, yeah, because I'd have probably stood closer on my line, and I'd just caught it. You know what I mean? But this guy was standing right on the edge of his box, and I was like, "Why are you doing that?"
It takes quite a lot of her confidence for a striker to see that and actually think,
It wasn't the striker. There was this one of their centre halves had this beast of a kick. It was actually fucking beast.
Right.
He was taking the goal kicks, and every single one of his goal kicks were going to our keeper's hands.
Really?
Yeah.
Christ. So
yeah,
it's almost the entire length of the pitch.
It was pretty much, yeah.
Jesus.
Obviously it had bounced, but it bounced behind the defensive line straight into the keeper's hands.
God.
I was just so he had a beast of a kick. And then
he just absolutely twatted it. And
yeah. And this geezer
was it top corner or just?
No, it went over him. He got a hand to, because obviously he lifted up his hands and he got a hand to it, and it kind of just
pushed it into the goal.
Yeah, and it was just obviously the shot just had too much on it, but
okay.
Yeah, so
he wasn't very good.
No, he was alright. He could really kick it. He could kick it a lot better than I can.
So he's almost like the opposite of you then, because your kick's not so great.
Yeah. But
your positioning's spot on.
Yeah. I think I'm a pretty good goalie in the sense of, despite you might laugh at this, I can get to the ground quite quickly.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That is funny.
Yeah. But I can. This is gonna sound daft, but I'm quite agile for a big man. Do you know what I mean?
This is complete nonsense you're talking about.
No, I am. It's just true. It's just
the word.
Just a fact.
The word that comes to mind when I think of you is not agile.
I mean, I can jump to the floor very quickly. I can get down. You know what I mean?
So hard that you bruise your ass for 2 weeks.
Exactly. I do it.
Actually, that is almost evidence for how fast you get to the ground.
Exactly.
If you can bruise an entire half of your cheek.
Exactly. So. There we go. Here's the actual physical evidence. Do you want to see it?
No, I don't want to see it. Thank God this is a podcast.
No video.
And there's no video link yet. It's something we will explore in future episodes.
Mm-hmm. Once we hit our 1,000 listeners in the next couple of weeks.
That is not going to happen. That is very optimistic.
Wait, we're going to blow up.
Yeah. Okay, Carl, now, on Saturday, right, we had a little tournament, didn't we, Carl?
Oh, yeah.
We want to explain what me, you, and some of our associates were up to on Saturday night.
Well, I had a free house, so that normally means get all the lads around, let's play some Pez. Do you know what I mean?
We did play Pez, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there were 7 of us, wasn't there? Which is
there was 7 of us, yeah.
Yeah, which is not a bad turnout.
No.
And we thought they would do like a league format, didn't we?
Yes.
Yep. Which we didn't end up finishing because we didn't realise it was going to take that long, did we?
No,
it took.
I
mean, we didn't get halfway through, did we?
No, we played about. Well, we didn't even do a half. We didn't even because technically you play 2 games, don't you?
I played yeah.
I mean, 2. You play each opponent twice.
I mean, even that would be way too much.
Yeah. So we. Yeah,
I played 3 games.
We didn't even finish one half. So
yeah. I played 3 games.
I played 3 games also.
Yeah. So we played 1/4 of what we were meant to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have taken up until 3, 4 in the morning, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If we carried on doing that.
Yeah, it's pretty mad. If you're gonna do it properly, you have to start in the day, don't you? You'd have to start, midday. And then because when we done the one at Johnny's house, that was obviously a lot bigger, and it was an actual tournament, not like a league.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that was that took for ages, like
all day.
I don't know what time we started. I think we started about 7 o'clock ish. But bear in mind as well that we finished about, well, we went home about midnight. But the thing is, Elliot didn't actually turn up until like 9:30.
Right.
So we actually wasted a lot of time.
How many people were there for that tournament? It was a fair
I think
few,
there was
wasn't
4 groups of 4. So
Which, using my math skills, that's 18, right? 16.
I was like, I was quickly trying to work out.
I can see your brain working.
Yeah, I was just like,
all the calculations going on in your head. I was just like, yes.
I don't think that is, but yeah, man. I was just like, but yeah, I think there was. It could have been more. No, yeah, four groups of 4, I think. Fortunately, I got drawn to a really easy group.
You did, yeah.
I absolutely fucking smashed it.
And you beat someone like 11-0, didn't you?
12.
12-0. Wow, it's actually worse than I thought.
Yeah, no, it was double figures, and it was
a bit embarrassing towards the end.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because everyone was well up for it. I mean, like, this is prior to us actually like really seshing and stuff, so no one was drinking. It was all like we were having Haribo and like
we were quite young. What, like 15?
Yeah, 15, I'd say.
Yeah,
and everyone was having Haribo and Kick and stuff, and everyone was getting a bit mad for it.
Kick! I remember Kick.
Yeah,
Kick is dreadful. I'm glad they don't sell Kick anymore.
Yeah, it was KX now, isn't it, or something?
All of those cheap energy drinks, like they're so bad for you.
Oh yeah, yeah, and yes, everyone's getting a bit mad for it. So every time that a goal was scored, everyone cheered. It doesn't matter who it was against, really. Like everyone has fucking cheered.
Were they still cheering after you scored your 12th goal?
Well,
when did they stop cheering?
After the 5th goal, they kind of stopped. And then occasionally...
Stop it, he's already dead.
And then occasionally our friend Tom would just kind of like clap when I scored. He'd be like, oh, good goal, Carl. And like he was the only one who was still going.
Or like one slow clap.
Yeah, he was the only one who was still going. And Dan, our friend Dan, he was like... He kept on saying like, oh yeah, good goal, Carl. And I was like, yeah, cheers, mate. And this poor guy, he
What was his like reaction to all these goals going in?
Silence.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
But the thing is also, because I'm pretty sure, I don't know who else was in our group, but I'm pretty certain that he was going to go through.
Right, on goal difference.
On goal difference.
Oh god, and you've ruined that.
Yeah, I completely destroyed it. And he had to win, and he had to lose by like 5 goals for him not to go through.
Okay.
And then I beat him 12-0.
When did you realise this? Was this after you had beaten him 12-0, or did you know it beforehand?
Because our friend Josh, he alerted me to it afterwards. He was like,
"Oh god, right."
He was like, "Oh yeah, you just sent me through." Because
had you known that fact before you played him, would you have let it like stick to 4-0?
Well, the thing is, it nearly backfired on me because I played Josh in the semi-final, right? And bear in mind, I was Sweden, so I had
not a great team.
Not what the worst team probably in the tournament, but I had obviously Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So, and everyone was like, "Oh, well, you had Zlatan." And I was just like, "It's fucking one player, mate," you know. It's like, you know, and he was Portugal, so he had Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And I rolled it out to him. I rolled it out straight to Ronaldo, and he scored. And I was like, "Crap!" So I scored, and it made it 1-1. And then, I beat him on penalties, and it was so
down
like
to the wire.
Yeah. But the thing is, he was crap. So it was like because that was the semi-finals as well. He kind of done in England where he kind of like just kind of played everyone who's really rubbish.
Okay.
And then like
and yet still lost in the semis.
Yes, then lost in the semis. But
well, Carl, what happened in our match that we played?
Oh right, well it was the first game, wasn't it?
It was the first game. It
Yeah.
was the two titans of the game.
Yeah, well
Catters and Kyle.
Well I scored. We started
fairly early on.
Yeah, I started pretty much straight away.
Yeah,
and then
you absolutely dominated every aspect of the game.
Yeah, and then literally
I had no shots on target. I had no shots, in fact.
You had no shots, and then literally in the 90th minute,
I did.
He had a counter attack.
I put an absolute sweet cross in, and volleyed it in.
Yeah.
1-1, 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal.
Yeah, and then it was full time. Literally, that was it. That was the last game. So I was like,
how'd that make you feel, Carl?
Well, the thing is, it happens because at the end of the day, I had so many chances, I should have scored.
It should have been like 3-1, 2-1,
well,
3-1.
It could have been more because I had 14 shots in that game.
Did you?
Yeah,
How many were on target?
like 8.
Jesus.
But Petr Cech made some 6 saves.
Peter Cech was very good.
So to be fair though, Kaz, I said this at the time. I was like, you defended actually really, despite I had 14 shots. You defended really well.
Some would say that is not good defending if you have 14 shots.
And there was a couple of times where like I kind of fucked myself really in some ways because I played because on PES you've obviously got your tactics, which you know, and there's this one tactic called attacking fullbacks.
Yeah, which means that if you get hit on a counter attack,
you've only got
can
2
be
defenders.
really exposed.
Yeah, and that's actually how I lost. But my thinking was, well, I'm going to dominate the game.
So you just try and outscore.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm going to be dominating the game, and obviously because I was Newcastle as well, I don't have that much. Actually, I don't have any good players. Like probably my only good
person.
Except one person.
Who is that, Kyle?
John Joe Shelby.
John Joe Shelby.
But he's a boss on PES.
He's good on PES.
Yeah, he's good on PES.
He was absolutely spraying, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was spraying. Every time I got with him, I got him on the ball. I was like, it's going to ping it, see what happens. And he was doing bits, to be fair. But, yeah, no, like I was impressed, actually. Considering, like, you know, how long you been playing for? A couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like...
2-3 weeks on that game, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, I was impressed. You know, well done, Kaz.
Thank you very much. I drew 2-1-1, so undefeated.
Undefeated, yeah.
Undefeated, yeah.
That's true,
That's
yeah.
for you, to be fair, because you drew 2, didn't you?
Yeah, I
1-1.
lost. I lost.
No, you didn't. Who 2?
No,
you were very close to losing to Ollie, but then it was 3-all in the end, wasn't it?
No, I lost 3-2.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought you drew.
No, he beat me.
So you lost?
Yeah, I lost, yeah.
Oh.
I played 3 games. I didn't win.
Did you not win?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you absolutely crumbled, Carl, didn't you?
Well, no, not really, because I dominated every single game.
Absolutely apple crumbled, didn't you?
Because was that game where Ollie just scored this ridiculous counter attack?
I think he did, yeah.
Because literally, his goalkeeper made this incredible save.
Fingertips, wasn't it?
It was incredible. It was like my player literally just got it, open goal, kicked it, and then his keeper just dived, and like it was
like a bodyguard taking a sniper's bullet for the mayor.
And he saved it, and I was like, oh no! And he literally just booted out of field. It landed straight through striker, and he scored. I was just like, oh my god!
What can you do?
I was just like, what can you do?
Attacking fullbacks, what can you do?
Yeah. So I kind of got a bit fucking pard.
You did get a pard.
Who else did I play? Oh no, I lost to Reese. I drew to Ollie. I drew 2-all to Ollie, and I lost to Reese. Yeah, I lost to Reese because he was like, "Oh, I can finally tackle now," and I was just like, "Oh, he's just chatting shit. He was just shit. He was just crap." I'm sorry.
We can't just slate someone off on the show, Carl. All right?
I can. I just did.
He could be listening to this. I mean, it's very doubtful, but he could be on the show one day.
He's one of those geezers who, when he's losing, he blames it totally on the game. He's just like, oh, the game shit.
I did notice a lot of that.
Yeah, he's just like, the game
especially
shit.
in the
and
game.
Then as soon as he starts winning, it's all like, yeah, it's alright, this game, isn't it? It's just like,
was that intentional though?
Yeah, it's just like,
I think that might have been played for laughs.
Yeah, but still, it's true. He probably thinks it's true though. But then when he starts winning, it's like, yes, the game's actually really good.
It's no FIFA though, is it, Carl? PES. FIFA is like PES for beginners, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
I thought you were slating PES then. I was
how many
like,
players can
like
you beat in one? Yeah, that's literally what FIFA is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just like sort of take it around like 5 players.
Yeah, it's just well, the thing is, you could play fast players who got no technical ability on like stats wise and still win.
Like Phil Walcott.
You could play Phil Walcott in goal. In goal, the whole back four, Phil Walcott, the whole midfield, Phil Walcott, the whole strike force, Phil Walcott, and you'd probably win.
Because he's so fast.
Yeah, just faster than everyone else.
Phil Walcott and goal.
Yeah, probably would happen.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, Carl, that is a really long conversation about pairs and football. This is like nearly 20 minutes of pairs and football.
Oh well, we could.
Shall we move on to like something that's not football related?
Yes.
Okay.
Like pairs.
like PES 2020. When's it out? Next August. Come on, we're gonna watch it. All right, Carl. We're gonna do a few verses. All right. So I've got a few people, and we're gonna talk about who's gonna win if they had a fight between themselves.
Okay.
So
I thought you said verses I thought you meant verses as like song verses.
No.
So I thought you were going to be like spraying bars or something.
Do a live show.
Yeah.
No, Carl. I've got a few characters, all right, from fiction and non-fiction, and we're gonna say who's gonna win. So
Okay.
the first one, it's a triple threat, right,
Okay.
between Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. We're back on Spider-Man. Accept it. We had a week off last week. We didn't talk about Spider-Man.
So who'd win an actual fight?
Yeah. First of all, not Andrew Garfield's one. He's a bitch. Correct?
Well, I was actually about to say, now I'm just thinking about like in an actual fight because they have to show like how strong they are and stuff in the films.
yeah. Andrew Garfield one's not overly strong, is he?
Well, I saw him
What-
catch a car.
Yeah, but a car's not, you know. But Tom Holland's one catches like an aircraft
Thing, yeah.
thing,
Yeah, that's true.
some like massive piece of like aircraft equipment that looked really heavy.
No, that's one of those like tunnel things, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which are super heavy.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I assume I've never actually weighed one.
Me neither. thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. I
Um,
assume they're heavy.
For Tobey Maguire, there's a bit in the second one where he lifts like an entire
The building, isn't it?
bit. Yeah,
like
it's
a
like
wall.
yeah, like this steel wall.
Yeah.
He just picks it up and like lifts it over Mary Jane.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably physically the strongest.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Is he as agile though as the other ones?
Yeah, I'd say so. There's
He also has organic webs, so is that better or worse?
because he doesn't run out of webs.
He can't
does
run out of webs, and
Yeah.
he could break the other people's web shooters, couldn't he?
Yeah,
And then where are you?
exactly.
You're a spider with no webs.
Yeah, and also, you're saying he's not as agile, but have you seen Spider-Man 3 when he's like falling from that skyscraper and he's like getting that bitch, that Gwen Stacy girl? But
Yes.
like, and he's like going in between all the cranes and all like the rubble and stuff. That's pretty agile.
Yeah, it's pretty agile, I suppose. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not Andrew Garfield. So
It's Tobey Maguire.
he
We've just
dies
decided.
first, right? Then it's Tom Holland versus Tobey Maguire.
Right.
Right. What happens in that fight?
Well, this is what happens. Tobey Maguire beats him.
Into a pulp
Yeah.
with bare hands.
Like, the only reason saying that because he's older. Quite literally, he's like a 30-year-old man. Tom Holland is like an 18-year-old British boy. He's getting beaten up, mate.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Well, there we go. Tobey Maguire, you've won. You've won the Spider-Man triple threat. Okay, this will be a good one. The Rock versus Batista, real life fist fight. Who's winning that?
I don't know. Probably the Rock's probably a bit swole, I'd say.
Yeah, but Batista did used to do cage fighting.
Yeah, you're
which
right.
The Rock
He
has
did.
not done any experience in. I think right now The Rock is probably bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it to Batista
Yeah, no, fair enough.
for his cage fighting experience. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Would
But
there
was he
be-
crap at that?
No, he won. I think.
No, did he?
I mean, like he only had like one fight,
Yeah.
and then he stopped, and then
Mm.
went back to wrestling. So
I don't think he was great though, was he?
probably not.
No.
He's like almost too big
Yeah.
for that.
Well, he did. I think I saw a photo of him when he was doing it, and he got pretty lean, didn't he?
Yeah, because I think that the weight limit for the heavyweight is 260 pounds, so you can't weigh more than that.
Right.
So Brock Lesnar, who normally weighs like sort of 290, when he wrestles, had to cut down to 260. So
Yeah.
you can't weigh like 400 pounds.
Well, I suppose also when he's wrestling, he needs the extra bulk to do all the deadlifts and stuff, doesn't he? And whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Well, like
when he's wrestling, he needs the bulk to do the deadlifts.
I mean, like in the sense of-
Deadlift is not wrestling. Carl,
I mean,
right?
like he needs to like literally pick people up for the bands and then just throw them about. But when he's like doing cage fighting, he needs the cardio, doesn't he?
he doesn't have to like F5 the Big Show when
Yeah.
he's cage fighting, does
Exactly.
he?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
There are no F5s, is there?
Yeah, that's what I
I've
mean.
seen a
That-
power bomb though, not in the sense of like he shoves them between his legs and picks them up. I've seen one guy.
Yeah, when he picks him up and sounds
he was doing a triangle choke with his legs,
Yeah.
and the other guy literally picked him up like the full height of a power bomb and just dropped him on his head,
Yeah,
like instant knockout.
yeah,
That's pretty tasty, isn't it?
yeah. That's pretty decent. But yeah, like that's what I mean. That's what I meant though. Like you know,
Yeah,
like he doesn't.
and you need to like look bigger just for the effect as well.
Yeah,
don't you?
yeah. Because he literally doesn't lift people when he's fighting, does he? He literally lays on top of them and beats them.
He does do that.
Yeah, that's literally his game
That's
plan.
why I don't really like MMA that much, because I think it is mostly just
Well,
men lying on top of
it
other
depends
men.
what sort
At
of,
least
like-
boxing, they have to like stand up and like twat each other.
Yeah, but that can also be shit. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Tyson Fury's fights?
I haven't done Furious fights, and I saw a fight between KSI and Logan Paul,
Oh yeah.
which was a pile of shit. But
Yeah, that was just
yeah, but
that was bad.
yeah,
Yeah, that was bad.
and they're not boxers, so
Yeah, they're complete
What are you
amateurs.
gonna-
Never
what are you
been
gonna
doing it for that couple of months.
what are
So
you gonna do? So okay, so cool. So we'll give that to Batista.
yeah.
This is a good one. All right, The Predator versus Kevin from Home Alone.
Kevin from Home Alone wins.
Kevin has got 24 hours prep time,
Right.
and the Predator walks into his house. So can you imagine the level of traps Kevin from Home Alone is going to have? There's going to be paint pots flying off the ceiling. He'll have like nails on the floor and tar. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now
He's got a blowtorch as well,
now you
hasn't
actually say that, the Predator can actually just see him through, like, you know, he's like
Infrared.
infrared, like temperature seeking shit. So
Yeah.
he'd probably just like go for the wall and absolutely murder him.
Yeah. Although I think he would walk in, he'd see Kevin standing on like the stairs, which
Yeah.
Kevin's planned for. Kevin then like sets off a trap, and like a paint pot just like hits him on the head.
Yeah, but let's face it, it's not going to kill him.
That
is
probably
it?
wouldn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
fine,
so-
fine.
The Predator's
fine.
going to win, mate. I've scored
But
it.
it stuns him, right? He's
Yeah.
a bit like shaken, right? And then another paint pot comes from the other side, right?
Yeah,
and
he
then
just
like a steel girder like comes from the front and like knocks him through the door,
yeah,
Right.
and then
and he's shaken. Right?
he's shaken.
He's worried, right?
And then Kevin he's like on the floor. Kevin just comes out of nowhere with a penknife and just absolutely murders the shit out of him, and then like
That's his friend.
cuts his throat.
I could see Kevin. Like Kevin must be a serial killer now, isn't he?
Yeah,
Because he really enjoyed beating the shit out of those
those
wet bandits,
yeah.
as they were known.
I'm still giving it a Predator. I still think he'll kill him. You know, I'm just saying, but
But would the Predator kill Kevin? Because like
yes.
they are meant to have like a code where they don't hurt like people who are unarmed, correct?
Well,
Because
you
in the films,
he might have like a water gun on him.
yeah, but surely he'd know that it's not a real gun, unless it's filled with acid.
Yeah,
That's the sort of thing he would do, isn't it?
exactly.
Just like, oh, it's just water. Oh, it's acid. Spray in your face.
Yeah, well, I don't know enough about Predators. I just know that they're super badass and got ugly butter's face.
As does Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, also true.
Well, that's all I got for that segment.
Oh right, I thought it was gonna be like, you know, dinosaurs against each other.
Oh, just think of some more. Okay, fine, dinosaurs. All right, let's do.
Well, let's do a dinosaur. Let's do like a T-Rex against Godzilla. Who's gonna win that?
Okay. Would you rather fight one Godzilla-sized T-Rex or 50 T-Rex-sized Godzillas? That's a good question.
That is a good question. Well, probably the
50 Godzilla T-Rexes.
nah, the other one. One Godzilla-sized T-Rex.
How are you going to kill a Godzilla-sized T-Rex?
Get on the back and choke it out?
Oh no! Oh, I walked into that one, didn't I? Oh fuck! You have no idea how much that's annoyed me. 'Cause that was really pissing me off last episode. Because he kept on saying that.
Just get on his back and choke it out, mate.
Oh, I'm going to edit this bit out. Oh, fair enough.
Well, our good friend Mitch, I don't know if no, you were there. We were talking about, what would you rather be locked in a room with, a hippo or a lion?
No, the question was who'd win in a fight between. No, is that what would you stand a better chance against killing, a
Yeah.
hippo or a lion?
Yeah, I think the question was what, because it was the room question. It was like,
Okay.
because then we were thinking about what would you have a better chance against?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lion or a hippo.
Yeah.
Okay, I said the lion,
Mm.
not because I think I can kill a lion,
Yeah.
but because I don't think there is literally any way you could kill a hippo with your bare hands.
No.
Literally zero.
Yeah.
Okay, whereas a lion, you could get on its back and choke it out. Alright? Alright? But you ain't choking out a hippo, are you?
No.
Because their skin's like 1 inch thick. They can run at like 30 miles an hour, and their teeth are like a foot long.
Exactly.
And they weigh like 2 tons or whatever.
Exactly. And they got some pace as well.
Yeah, I've got
Depending on
pace.
how big the room is. Obviously, a lion's got some pace as well, but I'm pretty certain a hippo's faster than a lion, isn't
No, I'd say lions are definitely faster.
it?
I don't think they're like that super. I think that they can outrun like a slow man.
Who's that, hippo?
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought they had mad ting pace.
Well, they're quite fast for a thing that weighs like 1.5 tons.
Oh, right.
But like, I think if you're like reasonably quick, I think you could probably outpace her. Just like think like how short their legs are.
Yeah.
But I think if you were like a medium person or like a slow person, they'd probably catch you.
Yeah.
And like, so we can obviously run for far longer than they can. So even if it's like faster than you for a little bit, if you like kept on running, eventually it would slow down.
Yeah.
Because then they haven't got the endurance that we have.
Yeah.
Well, not us specifically, but
no, I was about to say, like,
people who are fitter than us.
I run down the road and I'm like, oh, fuck.
That's where you're in goal, Carl.
Yeah. I ran out my 6-yard box. I was like, oh, heart attack. Oh. Yeah, I've sit down. That's why I dive to the floor for, just to have a rest.
You just dive into like a pillow and like a blanket.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh wait, game's still on. Back on football. No, this episode's been very football heavy. All right, so we're gonna not talk about football.
Okay.
Carl, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Think very seriously. What grinds your gears?
People who walk slow when you're walking behind them.
That's very true. That's very, very true.
That infuriates me. Old people at supermarkets.
Doing what?
Being old and slow.
Just being old. Existing.
Because, number one, they fucking take forever. Number two, they're well rude. They generally are.
They are generally well rude, aren't they?
Yeah. And,
but do you think that, like, when we're that age, we'll turn into them? Because I'm sure they thought they wouldn't be rude when they were young.
well,
I can see you being quite a rude old man.
Me?
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't hurt a fly, me. I wouldn't even squash a fly.
I'll put a clip of that in.
Why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
They'll see and they'll know.
What else? I'm trying to think of something else.
I've got.
Oh,
I've got-
fucking.
I want to have a turn. Can I have a turn?
One last thing about old people.
Oh, go on then.
When they go up the fucking. Okay, so when they drive too slow, but specifically when they go up a slip road, slowly.
That's very true. That's very true.
Because number one, that's
when you're going from
dangerous.
like 70 miles an hour, you are meant to like maintain a little bit of that speed when you go down a slip road. So maybe it could drop to like 50 or 60.
Yeah. Well, no,
Not-
like I mean, like joining a like a main road.
Oh,
like
joining a slip road.
No, when
I
you're
thought
joining when you're on a slip road
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're joining a.
Well, that's very true.
Yeah.
I also noticed that if you're on like a main road
Mm.
and you turn off like a slip road, they really, really slow down
Yeah.
to like 30 miles an hour. It's like you're not meant to do that. You're meant to like at least have a bit of speed. You know, like maybe like 60 miles an hour.
That's what the slip road's for.
Yeah.
Is to slow down.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like gradually, not like
Yeah.
literally go from 70 to 30 in the space of like 5 seconds.
Yeah. I know. It's just like no, I meant it the other way, like joining the
Yeah.
motorway or the A road or whatever. But like yeah, that really does me nothing because that's actually generally
Super
dangerous. Yeah. It's just
really
like
super dangerous.
bloody hell.
You probably shouldn't be driving, should you?
No.
No, you. I mean,
Oh yeah, potentially. But also, so before I'll let you have your go in a second, Kaz. But
Oh, thank you. Thank you for doing that on my
I
own
want to
show.
say one more thing.
oh God, yeah.
I once saw an old person.
Carl, you are going to alienate all of our over 65 listeners. All right.
Okay. It's something they just have to deal with. I once saw an old woman. Okay, so I was driving down. I was driving down.
I thought you were going somewhere with that sentence.
I was driving down the A12, the A14.
That's such a letdown. I was like, oh, is this going to be an episode title?
Yeah.
I saw an old woman like, naked in the street.
No.
Or
I
something.
was driving down the A14. And I was with my mum, and
Yeah.
I saw this car on the road, and it was like,
Oh, really?
and it was like, it was going really slow, like 10 miles per hour on
Right.
the A14, and
On the
she was
A14?
indicating.
Okay. Which
and
is like
she-
a main road for
Yeah.
people who don't live in our area.
Well, it's an A road, isn't it? So then
Correct,
it's a dual carriageway.
Yeah.
But
for our foreign listeners, Carl,
it's a dual carriageway.
for the guy in Hawaii,
Yeah.
right? It's a motorway.
Oh, it's not actually. Though,
Oh,
is it?
get to the point, yeah.
But anyway, she was fucking turning up a slip road. She was turning into
The wrong way.
The wrong way.
So driving up the wrong way.
Yeah, but she was turning into it, which you can't do anyway. And then it was like, it was fucking ridiculous. And I swerved out the way, and thank fuck the right side of the right hand lane was empty.
It was empty, yeah.
Yeah, because fuck, I've never known anything like it. That was ridiculously dangerous.
Ridiculously dangerous.
Yeah.
I've seen. I have been on a dual carriageway. So like basically how it works is that there's like 4 lanes, right? You have 2 lanes for the direction you're going, and then on the other side of the road you have 2 lanes going in the opposite direction. Right?
Normally separated by a metal barrier.
Correct, right. Now I was in the left-hand lane going one way, and I noticed a car coming towards me. I was like, this is strange, because all the cars are meant to be going that way.
Yeah.
And there was a woman on the second lane of the 2 lanes of where I'm going, coming that way. And I was like, you've made a mistake here, love.
Yeah.
Right? Something's not quite right.
No.
And I was really just like, I was so shocked. I was just like, because in like the first second when you see it, you think, oh God, is it my mistake?
Yeah.
Have I driven on the wrong side of the road? I was like, no, there are cars coming behind me, but facing my direction.
Yeah.
So she obviously turned completely the wrong way.
Bloody hell.
And she's come up. Okay, now she's going 60 miles an hour. I'm going 70 miles an hour. If we crash, that's a 130 mile an hour crash. That is dead.
Yeah.
That's just like instantly dead.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah. It's like I would have started speeding up, to be honest. I'd have been like, enticing prospect.
the sweet embrace of death.
Yeah.
I burped into the microphone. How rude of me.
Classy.
I'm a classy geezer, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
That's a nice callback to an earlier episode. Okay. Oh, finally, I get to say what grinds my gears now.
Yeah.
Have I got your, permission to talk my thing now or not?
Yeah.
Or do you want to add something else about old people?
No, carry on.
You know what really annoys me, Carl?
People interrupt you?
I mean that is going to be number 1 now. But I really hate the prank videos on Facebook. You know, like when you see like compilations of like husband and wife prank war, and like I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Because they're all fake, or
Yeah.
like most of them are fake. They're not funny, right? You know they're fake, right? They're fake, or if they're not fake, they're fucking stupid. Because I saw one geezer. He got his wife's knickers or underwear, and he rubbed like a ghost pepper on the inside of the wife's underwear, and they were just about to go for a run. So obviously you get hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
So obviously she puts it on first. She doesn't feel anything. Then when she runs and gets sweaty, that's then gonna.
Yeah.
I was like, that is stupidly dangerous.
Yeah.
That is going to really fucking hurt a very sensitive area permanently or for a long time. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
So I really hope that is fake.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely grounds for ending that relationship.
Yeah, I'd say so. But like, yeah, I know what you mean. Although, did you see the invisible prank the other day?
The invisible prank.
Yeah.
No.
Where like that kid's family pretended that, made that guy invisible.
Is it funny how I didn't see the invisible prank?
Oh yeah. Could use that actually. But no, yeah, it's good though. You should watch it. Recommend it.
So what happened?
Well, there's like this little fat kid who his whole family are on this joke to pretend that they've made him invisible.
Oh, okay.
So like
Everyone's
he's sitting on a chair and then they put a blanket over him and then like they obviously take the blanket off and they're like, oh my god, he's invisible. Oh, where is he? And he like believes it.
Oh,
and it's so funny.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's so because he's like writing stuff like on a bit of paper, and they're like, "Oh my god,
the pen's moving by itself."
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, it's funny because they take this photo, and they pretend to take this photo of."
Had they already taken a photo beforehand?
Yeah.
Oh, that I like.
Yeah.
So they had all got together, taken a photo beforehand, left like a space where he was going to be.
Yeah.
Which is obviously empty,
Yeah.
and then showed him the photo as if it's one they've just taken.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever, actually.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
And he was just, oh my god, and then he starts crying, and they're like, oh god, and then they're like, oh my god, get him back in the chair.
Nothing's funnier than a fat kid crying.
It's actually hilarious. Would recommend.
That's an episode title.
Yeah.
Okay. That horse riding. Why are you doing it? Get off the road. People riding horses.
Oh right, on the road.
Yeah. Well, and like generally as well, because it's super dangerous. Because horses
Yeah.
are fucking stupid. Or actually no, there are actually very clever creatures. They just spook easily,
yeah.
which I think is not the sort of temperament you want when you're riding an animal.
True
Have it
also.
be easily spooked.
Yeah, I think maybe if they like go down like country roads, which are like not national speed roads, so like roads that are only like 30 miles per hour. Because
I'm
if
not
you-
sure that they should be on the road at all.
Well, I don't mind country roads that are like
Yeah, but surely
dead.
they're worse though because they're so bendy and stuff. So like some bell ends are going to be coming around at like 40 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, well that's
I just don't think they should be really on the road.
yeah.
Right,
I'm not really.
ride it like through the fields and through the woods and stuff. By all means,
Yeah.
do it to your heart's content. But when you mix like a half-ton animal that spooks easily and then just legs it
Yeah.
next to cars going like 30 miles an hour,
Yeah.
it's never going to be a good recipe, is it?
No, and also when I watched a air ambulance documentary on
Like
they're always horse
like
riding.
every other like person was injured on a horse.
Yeah.
Either they got kicked off a horse, they got thrown off a horse.
Or they get kicked by a horse.
Yeah, and it's just like these things are so dangerous.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we've evolved.
Yeah, because
into
they
cars.
always like. Yeah, you can break your back, can't you? Pretty easily, just falling off a horse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can, Carl.
And like
Which begs the question: why are you on a horse?
yeah, well.
Because you're like 6 feet in the air,
Yeah.
right? If you get thrown off a horse, you might even go higher in the air
Yeah.
for crashing
Well, yeah, because
down.
like they would like stand up on their back legs,
yeah,
wouldn't
so you could well be like 7-8 feet in the air,
they? Yeah.
being thrown by the horse rearing up
Yeah.
to then fall back
Yeah.
and break your spine.
Yeah.
Worth it though, isn't it?
Good banter, isn't
It
it?
is good banter.
You know,
It's great material for a podcast.
I tell you what, Kaz, you'd have been a shit cowboy, because how the hell you got around, you know what I mean?
I'd have went on the train, mate.
Oh. You'd have rode a donkey.
Choo choo. I'd have rode that ass and then rode a donkey.
I could actually imagine that. Like,
I'd rather a donkey because donkeys don't spook as much to my knowledge.
yeah,
They
but
seem.
But how the hell are you gonna like, escape the sheriff and when you're like, being a bandit,
I'll
mate?
use
and
my donkey.
use your
Why am I a bandit? What have you made the scenario where I'm like an outlaw? I'd be a law-abiding citizen, right?
Yeah, man.
I'd be the guy owning like the saloon.
Oh yeah.
With those.
You're the guy that plays the piano.
And then when someone new walks in, I just instantly stop, and someone drops a glass.
And everybody turns around.
Who's that guy?
Hear the record like,
You're not white.
Ugh.
Get out of here. I really hope no one uses that quote out of context.
Yeah.
Me saying you're not white, get out of here. That's the sort of thing that's going to get me fired from my job in a few years.
yeah. And then
I meant because it's the Wild West. That's what I meant.
it's an ad for Brexit.
Don't at me, right? Because I'm not on Twitter, so
It's an ad for Make America Great Again.
make the West wild again.
It's funny you say, because the thing is, Kaz, there's some evidence against you here because you
What?
actually dressed up as Donald Trump as well.
Yeah.
So
And your point being?
he's saying stuff like,
See-
you're white, you're not white, get out of here, and he dresses as Donald Trump and and I believe he owns a Make America Great Again
See,
hat.
what does concern me is that because I had to buy a Make America Great Again hat, that was before he was elected. That was in the campaign.
Yeah,
I'm worried
true.
that I financially aided his campaign. Maybe I'm the reason he got in.
Yeah, you're like,
I was a walking advert of it. Oh fuck, Jesus. Yeah.
for your
God.
like $20 or whatever. So, it really pushed it, didn't it?
We pushed it over the edge. Yes, I think I threw that hat away.
Did you? Oh, wow,
Yes, of course I did. What other scenario would I wear that hat? Point proven.
For your Nazi rallies that you have.
What do you mean my Nazi rallies? All right, they're meant to be on the down low, Carl. All right, you don't mean. I said my rule for this podcast was number 1: don't mention my Nazi rallies. That's a good episode title as well, actually. There we go. Okay, shall we do Cat's comment corner? Theme tune. Okay, good. Right, so let's see what I found on the interweb. My first comment. Now, this will need a bit of explaining. this is from a pornographic website. Okay.
Nice.
I was not on the website to find the comment.
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw the comment on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's why I will get that out there straight away.
No one believes it, but carry on.
Anyway, it was a video. I think there was like 3 or 4 people involved. Anyway, I didn't watch the video. Okay, but the
Just for research purposes, what's the video called?
it's called 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh yeah, okay.
And the top comment is from Slap Bracelet 13. I can't believe I paid £7.50 for a fucking draw for KSI and Logan Paul. And that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Well, now it's revealed. I wrote that comment.
I'm like, you are Slap Bracelet 13. that's an anagram of Carl McCarthy. Figure it out, people. Figure it out. That's good. I like that. All right, I've got. You showed me this last week, but we didn't talk about it.
Right,
you know that
okay.
big thread on the Felix Those People page.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've got the post and a few choice comments that I like on the post.
Okay.
So the actual post is a guy called Fred. Okay,
Shout out to Fred.
not shout out to Fred. Fred the bad man.
Oh yeah.
So-
Forgot about that.
That's literally the point of the thing. So Fred says, at lunchtime today, a family group appeared on the shingle close to the Viewpoint Cafe. A small boy was carrying a large plastic carrier bag. All was revealed a few minutes later, when several helium balloons were released. Some floated skyward with long plastic strings trailing. Others landed on the river, and the breeze blew them back towards the dock. The balloon release was, I suspect, some sort of memorial. Just how misguided their actions were, another ecological hazard created. This guy got absolutely ripped for this, which I quite like. You know what? There's actually 280 comments on this.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Are some of them that fucking geezer who's just putting dot or whatever it was?
No, there's not. I was like, I bet Ian or whoever the person was. Was it Ian? No. Ian was a guy who wanted to fight us.
Well, not us personally. But
Not us personally, but I don't know, maybe us. I don't know.
Yeah.
So here are a few comments. Now this is from Leslie. Now this is a long paragraph using no punctuation. So I'm going to
Nice.
attempt to read the entire paragraph as Leslie has intended,
So
with no breaks. So I'm going to have a little sip of my drink first, take a few deep breaths, and try and read this whole paragraph of writing with no pauses. Everything we use by packaging of food is a major problem. White babies for bottoms of the faces is a hazard. It's never ending. Circle car fumes, smoke and debris from log fires are now allegedly a major culprit. I think if the little boy found comfort in letting a balloon, so be it. Perhaps should stop and think all the rubbish that passes through their hands and causes a hazard to somewhere to someone. That was their comment.
well, I didn't really hear it really, but you know, we should do it again, Kaz.
I'm not doing that again. I just like the fact that there's no punctuation in that.
Yeah, it's funny.
Good old Leslie. She loves it. And this is just a very short one from Zach. He says, cannibalism is the only way we can realistically progress from this. Oh, yeah? I mean, it would solve the issue.
He's like, except from having a memorial of these people by, just eat the dead body.
Eat the dead body. Eat the balloons, and the little boy,
Yeah,
and the dead body.
exactly. And then everyone's sorted then.
It would have sorted it. Well, there we go. That's the end of Cat's Comment Corner. Now, Carl, should we start a Twitter account so that people can at us?
Don't at me, Kaz. But yeah, why not?
Okay, but you're actually on Twitter, aren't you?
Yeah, but I don't use it.
Okay, so if you like sort of disagree with things that we've been saying, please at Kyle at Kyle's Twitter, which is,
I don't want people to know what I look like.
even though I'm pretty sure they can very easily find you on Facebook, bearing in mind that they know your name's Carl McCarthy and you live in Felixstowe, because we never stop going on about it.
Like, I didn't live in Felixstowe. Who said that? Not me.
Not Carl McCarthy.
Not Carl McCarthy 4, who lives at Felixstowe. Oh, what? Who said that? Oh, what?
Well, Carl, that's 51 minutes. I think we're going to end the show. Yeah, yet again, I've prepared a whole lot of stuff to talk about, And as usual, we just talk. Well, okay. First of all, we've talked about Pez and football for about 20 minutes, which ate into a lot of my other topic time. But it's fine. I'll save that. I'll save that for later.
Also, did we get any emails?
We got no emails. Otherwise, cards would be the first thing that I talk about.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
Well, I think we're going to end the show there. So, if you want more Sweet Connection in your life, you can find us on Podbean and iTunes and YouTube, where you can give us a rating or a comment or a subscribe. You can also email us at thesweetconnection@outlook.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.
See ya.